So in the beginning, I have a talk with players, what they want to do, what would make them happy and what not. Then he needs to do the replay. And he does it again and does it again. It's 50-50.
So, Invi, what are you doing as coach?
I'm Sheepy.
Sorry, my brain is...
Looks the same. It's okay.
Start again. Sheepy,
Yes.
what are you doing as coach?
I am practicing with the team. I build a schedule. I teach them how to play League of Legends, how to live their life, or help them with this. And I'm just there to be helpful.
Okay. How do you scout new players?
Usually I have people that I can ask. In the end, I'm really good. Like when I know like 10 or 20 people that I can choose from, and I can just decide which one I think has a lot of potential. But choosing in the beginning, I always ask like a lot of people, other teams, other coaches, managers, and so on. And usually we check out the ladder and other professional teams.
How did you become coach?
I was player in the first step, and then I was not good enough because I do managing job, coaching job, and player, and so I stopped being a player. But I still was a really big fan of the players we had at this time. It was like Chachi, Hillesang, Power of Evil, Vardax, and I think we had Gilius, Dan, and Kikus. And I really wanted to be part of this roster because I thought the players are really, really good. So yeah, I stick around. I'm making managing and coaching job, and so I go from player over to coaches. And I really like the game. Like I really love League of Legends. I studied mathematics, and League of Legends is like chess, like digital chess in a sense, and it's really fun.
What qualities do you have as coach?
I think important qualities are being hardworking, honest, smart, like intelligent, and I think it's also something you should pursue. So you should have a lot of drive, like a lot of energy. I think it's really important, and just the will to win and to improve. I think that if your mentality is really good for this and you work a long time, you will become good coach whatever happens.
Okay. How can I join to Unicorns of Love as player?
Okay. As a player, it's a little bit hard because right now we have our roster, so we are not looking. But if you want to join, you need to be high at the ladder, have no toxic record, so you should be always nice and friendly and helpful. Yeah, I think this is the most important. And if you can play before in a team or win as much as possible, this will help.
How motivate players?
I think that there's like a wrong idea about like a coach trying to motivate their players. I do this all the time, but it's like the player that motivates the player, and I just remind people. So in the beginning, I have a talk with players, what they want to do, what would make them happy and what not. And the older the players are, the easier it is, because they can think ahead. And then I just remind them like, oh, you don't want to wake up, but if you don't wake up, you can't do this. If you don't do this, you're not gonna win. So I just, and I tell them, the whole team is watching, and if this is continuing, you cannot be part of this team because you let everybody else down. And we all trusted you, so you have this kind of feeling of responsibility, and I just remind people of this, and then it's very easy.
Okay. How punish players?
I think it needs to make sense. So if a player, for example, is late for work or something, like 5 minutes or something, and we all waited 30 minutes, then maybe I let him do something in the end 30 minutes, so he understands why we all wait 30 minutes together. Or if he doesn't want to, if he is trolling, then I just grind him, right? Like if he doesn't understand replay and always says, no, I don't care, then he needs to do the replay. And he does it again and does it again. So until, he stops being a child and takes responsibility for the team.
Okay. Who is drafting Players or coach?
It's 50-50. I think that what a coach can do and what a player can do is like different. A player is playing every day and thinking about mechanics and interaction. So they have really good understanding of one matchup, if it's good, if it's bad. And coach, what we do is think about bigger picture. So we should be better at this, right? Because we think more about it, unless we're really stupid. But then I don't think, I would be here. So we think about this, players think about that, and then we put things together. And I think also the coach is really important to just try to pick the best ideas from everyone and put them together. So I think the coach is like a centerpiece where all the players can put ideas in for draft, and then this is how the draft works in the end.
Okay. What will you do after coaching?
I don't know. I really like teaching, and I'm a huge fan of human potential. So I don't know, maybe I open a school or something like this. I don't know. Maybe for esport, maybe for self-improvement. Maybe I go become a professor or something like this to talk about esports and like psychology, especially like in the new age of digital everything. I think a lot of people are like depressed or don't know what to do in their life, and I would like to help them. So yeah, anything that helps people, I think, would be good.
Okay. What do you think about theory? If you want to be coach, you have to be a good player, pro player.
Okay, so what I think about this is that it is easier to understand that a coach is good if he was a really good player. So it gives you authenticity and gives the player an understanding that I do know what I'm doing. If I'm somebody who's not a good player, then it's harder for me to convince someone that I'm valuable. So I think it just helps in the first weeks for a player to understand if you're actually good. But personally speaking, I think that you can be a good player if you're a really good coach, unless you have really bad hands or mechanics, and you're a good coach. And the second thing is that even if you don't play and you're a good coach, the players will realize, because players shouldn't respect you because you're a coach, but players should respect you because you're valuable and you're helping them. If you don't do this, then you should leave.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And you can say 1-2 sentences about two guys who want to be coaches.
Yeah. If you want to be coach, I think most important is to understand why you want to be coach and be happy working towards it. Because I see a lot of people just wanting to be coach, but then other day don't want to be coach and then want to be a coach again. So think about why you want to do it, why it makes you happy, and then just start slowly improving. And you don't need to be instantly the best coach ever. I'm not too, but it's just about wanting to improve. And I think if people see that you want to improve and you do this longer time, you will become good at it.